Hello, viewers. Welcome you on our well-known channel Finance Typhoon. We are here again with very important concept regarding the stock market and banking. Nowadays, globally banking are in very trouble. So, we try to give you some key guidance and terminology which are appear in the newspaper and creating confusion in the mind of investors and general people. So the first question, what do you mean by bank deposit insurance scheme? Largely see in 16 and 17s the banking come across very huge crisis. Some corporate banks are failed in India. Recently Yes Bank is failed. So what happen if you have deposited large sum of your hard-earned money and banks are failed and they raise your hand that's we are not able to pay you. So the government finance ministry come up with insurance scheme that minimum amount will be given you so that you cannot be in dire condition. So in India it is way back it is 1 lakh rupees, now it is 5 lakh rupees. If you deposit any amount but bank go default, you got 5 lakh rupees, 2.5 lakh US dollar in America. So what is bank deposit insurance scheme? Minimum guaranteed amount which is given by bank in case of default. So that's B is correct answer. Next, bank run situation. This is nowadays in very much news because Times of India, Economic Times. I go through the Indian Express. The people are saying, what do we mean by bank run situation? Bank run situation is also a situation when there is a lot of panic because people rumor is going on that bank is going to be fail. The people rush and withdraw their whole deposit. So that situation is known as bank run situation. That is closely occurring in a Silicon Valley bank when rating agency give a lower rating and the people are very much afraid that the bond yield is going down and now banking are in trouble. So this is failure of bank and sudden people withdraw deposit. So both are correct because consequences are same. If somebody go and ask for the money, a huge amount withdrawal, so the banking function collapse and the case is known as failure of the bank. See, both A and B are correct. Causes of Silicon Valley bank failure. I use the abbreviation, but I know you are more aware about the terms nowadays. So Silicon Valley bank failure main cause is what? Asset liability mismatch, lower rating, interest rate hike. Friend, all of three are correct because bank gave loan for 10 years and borrowed and some 2 year 3 years a variety of loan given by the bank are asset, right? But you got after 10 year 20 year and somebody deposit you want next day. So asset liability mismatch, lower rating, somebody give a lower rating that banks liability and asset position are not reliable and weak. Interest rate is high, so bond yield is giving very low because they have an inverse relation. So these are three main reasons for the failure of Silicon Valley Bank. Second, very important question regarding the tax and accounting, double tax avoidance agreement or treaty. What is it? Suppose that you are working in America You come over India, you are main citizen of India or itinerary resident, whatever your status. Sometimes you pay the double tax. You pay US government, and now you come to the India, you pay in India. So that is double taxation. That is very harsh over anybody. But India has a double tax avoidance treaty with a number of countries: USA, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand. Recently, we are in a process with United Arab Emirates. If you pay certain tax in host country, you not pay in home country. If you pay in home country, in host country, if difference is there, so difference must be paid. Suppose that the tax rate in India is 20%, in US is 30%. You paid in home country 20%, 10% you have to pay in US. Some is the Mauritius route. A lot of countries which are free in agreement for number of things, so we charges only 0% taxes. So the 60 and 70% countries have a Mauritius route. They do not pay any tax in home country and host country. So these all are correct, because double tax avoidance treaty, its name predict paying double tax is also a part of this. Not paying any tax is also condition. Not paying double tax, this is the sole objective of this treaty. What is impact of Silicon Valley failure on the Indian stock market? This is the question which is very much asked. My team say कि this you reflect on that. It is premature to comment on that, but largely most of the Silicon Valley related to the IT sector. Most of our startup are taking loan and deposits too much of money in these banks. So this bank has a little bit impact on our stock market too. So the very moderate will be answer, because very less number of our startup are having bank account in Silicon Valley, and now it is fail. Now today's noise that Fed Reserve of America is bail out the bank and return whole amount. So panic is there, but in long run there will be very moderate and less impact on Indian stock market. So less, very less is unpredictable, moderate risk is there. Short selling, couple is laughing on my explanation, but this is happening. Short selling is also a kind of trick based on the technical analysis. When we see only the moment of prices, in a short selling, borrowed security is sold on the market, hoping to get back again buy in a lower prices. This is the main intention of short selling. Short selling is not a crime, but it is very less profit, and sometimes you lose infinite money. So borrowed security sold and hoping price go down, two are essential feature of short selling. So answer is C, both A and B. Now, insider trading, this is a prohibited, and this is the disease of stock market. All these scandal due to insider trading. Suppose that some CS, some CEO, some key person in managerial position, they have a very price sensitive information. We are discussing, we are going to give a this much of dividend, we are going to announce this much of profit. So valuation and capitalization of company is very much dependent on the key and inside information. If somebody have this information, pass to your friend and relative, and on this secret information somebody trade and bet, very short time you become billionaire or millionaire. So trading on price sensitive information is inside trading. It is prohibited. Yes, it is prohibited. It is crime. So answer is A and B because insider trading has both the feature. Is a trading on price sensitive information and it is also equally bad and prohibited. Next is delisting. What is a listing? You have a certain norms for listing. If you go for the IPO, there must be a prospectus. There is some kind of growth prospects and rule and regulation. Everything you should be there. Research, registered company, and you have to be listed one or two or more than two recognized stock exchanges. This is very much needed. Sometime if you are listing and you are not furnishing your financial information, you are not giving compliance given by regulatory authorities and SEBI, so action can be taken and you may be delisted. So that is a compulsory delisting. No longer you are allowed to trade. Sometimes voluntary delisting, some company do not want to be listed, so they give application to the stock exchange voluntary go for delisting. So A and B both are correct. Delisting go by voluntary and compulsory way. Next is penalty for insider trading. This is very huge. Ketan Parekh, Harshad Mehta, you talk Chitraram, Krishna, a lot of names are there insider trading. So what to do? A co-location last slides I told you 100 crore penalties imposed by SEBI on NSE. So insider trading bear a lot of penalty, almost 5 lakh to 5 crore. Now it is increased 2020 to 25 crore. And previously, if you take advantage of insider trading, 3 times of the amount. Now it become 5 times of account. You get advantage of 5 lakh rupees by insider trading to 25 lakh is penalty. Sometimes 5 year is imprisonment or sometimes both. So all of these are the correct to prevent the insider trading. The heavy fine 5 times of your profit and 5 lakh to 25 CR. This is all correct. So I think thank you so much. We are dealing 9 or 10 very important question as we talk about the listing, delisting. I talk about the bank insurance deposit scheme. I talk about the double tax avoidance agreement. We talk about the Silicon Valley Bank and what is bank run. So we have given a lot of information regarding your current affairs. You can update yourself from this very sensitive and important information. You can update yourself either you are professor, lecturer or competitor. Equally good information. My research team toil hard to work round the clock to know each and everything what is happening in globally in economy, and we have eagle eye to pick up the good points to address your confusion and give you the latest information and knowledge. If you find anything deficit, anything lack of explanation, sometime wrong answer we will speak because as a human being, so your suggestions are always welcome. You write us mail, we confess our mistake and we will readdress your mistake. If anything is happening in any video, you are most welcome. So please subscribe, hit the bell icon and be part of global initiative to spread the knowledge so that society become mature and nice. Thank you so much. Jai Hind दोस्तों.